What is up, music junkies? Thank you for tuning in today. We have a very special guest with us, Rachel. How are you? So,
I'm
how do you pronounce your stage name? I guess you would say
Rachaayluu.
just like Rachaayluu. So it's spelled like it should say like Rach but it's just like Rachaayluu.
Rachaayluu.
Yeah, just
How did you come up with that?
um I've had like it's been my name since I was like 13. When it's just when I started high school in 2009, everyone was getting MSN and
Yeah,
like to video chat and stuff, and I didn't have one, and so my friend made me one, and it was like Rachy Babes or something, and then just the
Right, you
Rachy was
babes.
stuck. Yeah, it was awful. Like it was proper 12-year-old kind of email address. But it's just stuck. It's been my like social media tag on like Instagram for like since I've had it basically, and I don't know. It's always just been my persona type of thing.
well, that's better than my scene day names when I had the XX, my
Yeah.
username, and then another XX. So, how did you get started in making music? You're fairly new to the music scene, right? You have,
Yeah, I haven't published, too much. I've kind of been trying to fine tune exactly kind of where I want to be and what I want to do, but like I've always sang. I just never really took it. I never really saw it as a profession. I saw it more as just this is something I'm fortunate enough to be good at. I don't know. I kind of was always when I was in primary school, when I was quite young, probably like 7. I was in like choir and stuff, and then it got more like, oh well, if I could do that, I could do that. And so one day I just saw like a theatre production um, of Anything Goes, and I was just like, oh, I can do that
yeah.
better than that person could do it. So I just started singing, and then actually put like writing music and getting it down. I went to study for. I went to a university and did a foundation course in Guildford, near London, and I just kind of it transformed me a bit actually because I always wanted to be just a singer, and I thought, oh, people will write for me and I'll just buy songs or whatever. And then one day I just like freestyled something and was like, this is what I want to do. It like blew my mind.
Okay, so that leads to the next question. You write your own music, pretty much. You write
Yeah,
everything.
I write everything that I've put out and will be putting out hopefully soon.
Nice. So how many songs total do you have that's out there for us to kind of go and look at? Because I
Uh,
think I've seen like 4 or 5 different ones.
yeah, so I have one which I'm just a featured artist on with my friend Dan,
Hmm.
who's a
Sober.
guitarist. Yeah.
Yes, that one was fantastic, by the way.
Oh,
Good
thank
job on that.
you. The first song I ever wrote with like not ever, but like for something, like a project. And then I have Sunday out, which actually came out a year ago today. I think it was like a year ago yesterday. And then I've just got It Is What It Is out. I did have another project out there, which was like an EP, but it was kind of not up to the standard I wanted, so I took it down, and I'm either gonna redo it or just put it on like SoundCloud.
And then you have 3 songs originals on your SoundCloud that are not on Spotify, right?
Yeah, I have those as well. Yeah, those are just when I literally first started writing, so that's why I didn't do anything with them, kind of thing.
How are you getting the music though? Are you purchasing from a producer, or are you working with a
Yeah,
producer?
so I will just literally, when I'm in like a songwriting mood, I'll type in like an artist name, like type beat. It depends who I'm feeling. A lot of the time, I'll be like Scissor or like Janae, and I'll put like type beat, and then I'll literally just scroll for like a good hour and a bit, just going through
So you
listening to.
find one that hits you, and you're like, I got something for
Honestly,
that.
yeah, I'll like add them to my likes and just see what I can kind of come up with like a hook or something. And if I really vibe it, then I'll purchase it and then go from there.
So what would you say you vibe hardest with when it comes to your music style?
Um, I I always kind of fall into pop a little bit. Like I always seem to follow quite a pop way of writing. But I'm trying. I have planned an upcoming EP, but due to
Hmm.
COVID, obviously, I wasn't sure when I'd be able to
Okay.
put it out and stuff. But that's more R&B than any of the stuff that I've actually put out there, and I want to kind of get more into that.
Well,
All right.
Sunday has a more R&B feel.
Yeah,
I think that's
definitely.
your most R&B song,
Yeah,
my opinion.
Sunday.
And I love Sunday. I liked it, and
I was
I
like,
also saw your performance you did on BIMM.
oh yeah, that's my
Hmm.
university. It's BIM. It's like the British Institute of Modern Music, or they've like recently changed it. But yeah, that's where I go to university.
How was that? How was
Okay.
performing live in front of
Oh,
like cameras? Cameras.
well, I took like a video of like the cameras because it was, to be honest, my first time being in front of like professional studio cameras and lighting and people. So it was daunting, definitely. But it made me just every time I do something like that, it makes me feel like yeah, this is right. This is where I'm supposed to
Yeah.
be. So it was really fun.
Did it like make you think like, oh my God, like this? I want to do this for the rest of my
Oh,
life.
100%, because like they had obviously like a videographer and like a photographer there doing different things, and they had a whole sound system, and it was really great. Like it was a sponsored thing as well. It was sponsored by a microphone company, Sontronics, and it was like just really. I felt very privileged to do it, and I felt like yeah, this is I'm stepping up now. I need to keep going from here. So it was really fun.
Because I listened to the Spotify version, right? And then
Yeah,
I watched the video, and
yeah,
I heard the Spotify version right before, and then I saw the video. Then I was like, oh, she's just lip syncing, and then I was like, wait,
yeah. No,
no,
it's
this is live.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was really fun actually. It was kind of like a you had to apply and send your Spotify links and do it like that. And luckily, I was fortunate to be chosen to do it. And it was part of their summer sessions, and now they've broadcasted it, and it was really fun. But it was yeah, an amazing opportunity, and I'm really glad that I have that video for future kind of purposes too.
Yeah.
So when it comes to your voice, because I heard a song, live like Mario did too, how long would you say it took you for you to actually refine your voice to how it is now?
Um, Quite a while because I originally trained in musical theatre, and so obviously you're trained in a very specific
Hmm.
way how to sing, and I focused quite a lot on how powerful my voice could be rather than refining it like that. And so I think while I was there, I learned so much, and it definitely like made me like a different singer, like technique wise and everything. But I
Hmm.
think it was probably I don't think it was until maybe my second year of university that I actually kind of was like, this is my sound, this
Okay.
is how I sing. And so I think it's taken a few years to kind of get to a place where I'm comfortable enough to be able to do what I want with my voice. If that makes
Right
sense.
on. Well, no, it definitely sounds like you've been working on it a while, and it's
Yeah,
fantastic. Like, I think it would, in my opinion, it's just my opinion. It goes best with emotionally charged like music and
100%.
messages, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, thank
So,
you. Yeah, I've tried to incorporate that a bit more into my project with my EP.
So you have an accent, right? It's undeniable. You have an accent.
wh-
Do
no,
you?
we have accent, Mario. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So when you sing, do you try to get rid of the accent, and or does it just come naturally? Like the accent just goes away? Because
Some words I heard can't, and like she said can't, but like it's in there, but
Yeah,
it's more open.
with singing it is anyway, because to make it easier a lot of the time you just widen like the vowels. But I definitely think, just because I think I listen to so much like American R&B and soul stuff, I think sometimes when I sing it doesn't go into like a slightly American, but it's a lot smoother, if that makes sense. It kind of gets rid of all the edges.
I mean, you
It's
guys
like
are the
pulling out your
original
radio
accent,
voice.
though. You guys have the original accent. That's the
I love that. I don't really know what my accent is because where I'm actually from, they're kind of like, obviously Birmingham has a really strong accent, um, but I'm more I'm north, I think, and just the West Midlands kind of has like so many accents. Mine is like a muddle of that, and then living in London for a bit, and it's just a muddle of everything.
How is our accent? Because I'm Mexican, so I have like a slight, Mexican accent. Does it
Yeah.
sound really weird to you, like listening to Americans speak?
Mm, Um,
Maybe not
it's
anymore because it's so popular, so pop
uh,
culture now.
yeah, kind of. But I had a friend who I was fortunate to meet in my first year of university when I lived in London, and she came from California. And I would find like when I would talk to her, I would like slip into like an American accent, and I really had to be conscious to like not almost mimic what she was doing. So I don't know, but it's different with you guys. I think because you've both got different accents, it makes it easier to not.
We have different accents. Okay.
All right, wait. I want to hear your American accent.
Yeah, let's hear it.
My
Yes, you're a
American.
Mexican.
What do you want me to say? Mine's like really like.
Say you want to go get a big burger and fries.
Do you want to
And
go get like a big burger and fries?
holy
That
shit.
was pretty good.
I don't know. I just think like it's too Valley Girl. Do you know? I like that's what I think of. Like I'm on the phone and I'm talking to my friend. I just get really like that.
That was like, like Starbucks, Uggs,
Yeah, it's really
leggings,
like
white
that.
girl. Like it's just the blondest
Proper.
white girl you could think
No,
of.
blending in was your concern. You hit it right on the noggin. You're good.
Definitely.
So, who would you say are some of your inspirations growing up? Maybe not now, but like
Yeah.
growing up.
Um, I have quite a few. I love Dolly Parton. I think she's
Ooh.
phenomenal.
She
I
is
think
phenomenal.
she is just like she's just. I just remember hearing her songs and like thinking, God, like it actually hurts to like listen to some of these, and just like thinking like, oh, if I could sing like and make people feel in a way that's so like strong, that'd be like amazing. She's just like a feminist, and she's over the top, and I just love her. I really liked when I discovered like Fleetwood Mac. I listened to like their albums like over and over again. Um, I kind of grew up listening to a lot of pop, to be honest. Like mainstream artists and like Katy Perry and stuff. Just when I was growing up, there's not a particular artist which I can think back and think they made me want to start
I
singing.
hope this isn't rude, but how old are you?
Oh, I'm 22.
Oh, you're young. Okay,
Okay.
so it's not rude. You're young enough, so it's not rude.
No. Um, sorry, I should have said earlier. Yeah. But I think it was more watching stuff like. It sounds really like nerdy, but I used to like love Glee. I still love Glee. It's like not gone. But when I was like year seven, so that would have been like about 11, 12. I just got into Glee and like I loved X Factor and stuff. It was more stuff like that that I was into rather than a particular artist.
So talking about X Factor, would you ever try to get on a competition like that?
Um,
I'm stuck on American Idol right now. I'm watching the new season.
yeah,
I love
I like American Idol, yeah.
as you can tell, I'm a music junkie, so I love singing. I love
The
all that.
voice, man. You gotta watch the
The
voice.
voice is awesome. I love the voice, but American Idol's on right now and the new season, the auditions. I love listening to people sing. Would you ever join a competition like that?
Um, I have been approached a couple of times. It's really weird that you say that. I was literally replying to a DM 2 days ago from someone offering me to apply for The Voice and just do that. But I personally wouldn't. I just want it. I think a lot of those competitions, like if you have a bad day, that's it. And like I think vocally, like you have bad days.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
think
roller coaster.
it's not as fair as it is. I don't think it's representative of like other people's abilities. But I've known two people to go on, and there's a girl from where I live called Becky Hill, and she's like massive in the UK. And she went on like the first ever series of it, and she did really well. Whereas I have another friend who's just gone on it, and she got picked to go on it, but unfortunately didn't go very far. And I just think, I don't know, I'm super sensitive to. I don't know if I could
Oh,
really
well,
like be told no, you're going home.
I think you'd love the experience. You should totally go for it.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's not for everyone. I mean, I mean, making music, you're literally exposing yourself
Of
to
Being
critics,
super vulnerable. Woo.
Yeah,
positive and negative. But being on The Voice, you're exposing yourself to professionals that are
yeah.
gonna critique
See
you.
the
And
potential in your voice and be
yeah,
like, yo,
but I
you're
mean,
gonna be on the next one with Justin Bieber kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
all right. So Jake called me and we were talking about the interview, and he was saying, "Oh, she has potential to get Justin Bieber big." When we were
Oh,
talking about you.
cute. Oh my god,
What do you think about that?
that's insane. That's probably like the nicest thing anyone's ever said, to be honest. I don't know. I think I just I just would like a more natural progression rather than straight from a singing kind of show. I appreciate them, and I think the people who go on there are fabulous. I just think for me, I'd rather, and I'm still in education and stuff, so I don't feel like I've even learned enough about doing everything quite yet. So I think the more natural progression it takes for me, it's just feels better.
learn as you go. You'll be all right.
So how do you think you're promoting yourself, or do you think you're promoting yourself the right way? Do you think you could do something different? And as far as marketing goes,
Well, I think for me, my Instagram is still quite personal, and it's finding we're kind of trying to find a balance at the minute because I have like a media team of keeping it personal but still on the business side of things. I think once obviously the restrictions here are lifted, I can have like a videographer, I can shoot videos, I can actually see my photographers and stuff like that. Whereas at the minute it's just kind of like I have a tripod in my bedroom, and I'm like trying to take pictures, and it's just not where I want it to be. But I know this next year will definitely be like completely different in terms of what people can see, because there'll just be more content and stuff like that.
so what are all the social media platforms you are on?
So I have Twitter and Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm trying to get into it, but I just don't feel
TikTok.
cool. I feel
Yeah,
like
thank you for not liking TikTok. Mario caved and got it.
I
I
I still have
dude,
yet to
dude.
get one.
So
love it.
I'm about to be 28 years old. Um, and I told myself I'm not gonna be like these kids. I'm not gonna get on the TikTok trend. And now, literally,
Gave me shit about it if I ever
I
got a
cannot fall
TikTok.
asleep without scrolling through TikTok and
You
laughing
can't.
at all
You literally
these
can't.
videos. They're hilarious.
I love it. I love TikTok. But yeah, it's really good for some stuff. And I was actually speaking to someone about it earlier. I obviously promote when I have a new song. I'll promote it on TikTok. I'll upload a little clip and like just some short music. But then like that maybe gets like 300 views, whereas I did one of my nails once. So I normally have like false acrylic nails on, and that got like 4,000. So I was like, I don't know how to kind of get it.
This is from talking to a lot of artists. This is something that they do. Like, there's this artist called Trevor Wesley. I don't know if you've heard of him. He does like maybe I don't even know what category, like jazz, R&B, pop ish
Yeah.
mix. He teamed up with a dancer, a huge famous dancer,
Yeah.
and he did a dance to one of his songs, not on
Yeah.
TikTok, on YouTube, and it blew him up. He has millions and millions and millions of streams before he had just a few thousand,
Yeah.
So what people are doing is they're teaming up with famous TikTokers and dancers to, hey, here's a little clip of my song, dance to it, and then it blows up.
That's yeah, it is. I think the rate of going viral and stuff is definitely one to kind of try and fall into. I think it's just putting consistent content out and stuff like that, if that makes sense.
Well, like Fleetwood Mac, they haven't been on the charts ever, and they were
Yeah.
on the top 10. They were on the top 10 because of the dog face TikTok.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah. I think it's mad because they got all the streams because obviously I think it was something to like I checked my earnings for my distributors and stuff for where my song has been played, and for Sunday I think I made like 0.04 pence on TikTok, and I was so happy because I was just like, that's enough.
I'm
It's
done.
not
I'm done.
like,
I'm famous.
like, I'm a content creator now. That's it. Yeah. So TikTok's one to I think that and Reels, Instagram Reels is massive for me at the moment because I think Instagram are pushing it so much. Just want to jump on.
So I want to go back to Sunday. It's been played in 32 different countries.
I'll check. No, it is what it is. I have, it's like Sunday and it is what it is. Have done completely different, and I do think a lot of it is down to I released Sunday literally within like days of announcing the first like pandemic and lockdown, and I couldn't shoot a video for it, I couldn't go out and perform it, and so it is what it is. I took a whole different
and it ain't what it ain't.
It's just a whole different strategy and kind of just made it different. But no, Sunday got played in, sorry, bear with me. I can't actually see because it's like Sunday is only in the past like week has only been played in the UK, whereas it is what it is just hit 34 countries.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm very, very grateful for because that's a big difference. You know what I mean? It's
so that just verifies why I said what I said to Mario. Then, yeah, exactly.
Well, I think you always get a thing, you know, like if you have Spotify or Apple Music, where at the end of the year you can see like what you've listened to and how much. You get one if you're like an artist as well, and it tells you like how many countries you're in. And I think I said something like last year, like I think I was in like 9 or something last year or 7. I was like, oh, I want to double that, and I've like more than done that, and I'm not even like halfway through the year yet. So I'm hoping that it just kind of gets bigger and bigger, steps up.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I said, I love Sunday. I love the vibe, you know, the smooth, like chill vibe, kind of very R&B. R&B is one of my favorites. So,
who is your favorite? Who do you like listen to the most?
My favorite R&B artist is an underground artist. He's pretty famous now, Somo.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of him. Have you heard of the song "Ride"?
Maybe, yeah.
I'll send you some links on Instagram, but yeah, it's very sensual, kind of baby making music type.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the type of vibe I listen to, or like Winston from Denmark. I don't know if you've ever heard of him or them. It's more like, I don't know, it's just chill vibes.
Yeah,
relaxing.
That's the kind of R&B I like. I think there is like the old school R&B that if you know, I have a friend Maya she's brilliant. And she's currently based in Leeds, so she's quite far up north from me. But her like style is like old school R&B, and I think if you can emulate it well, it's such a nice genre to kind of fit into. So I'm glad you think Sunday is like proper R&B vibes, because I always worry that it's just a bit.
Well, it's modern R&B, you know. It's the modern R&B. Of course, it's not like Genuine or, you know.
that song? It's like, it's on the radio, but it goes body yada yada yada. You know, like, I mean, that's way more over the top than Sunday. Okay, so.
Oh, I mean, that's not even R&B. That's just straight. Well,
I know, but like.
Is. I don't even know what
it's like R&B.
Wait,
like
how does
R&B,
it go? I want you to repeat that. How does it go?
I can't do that.
You gotta do it again. You gotta do it.
We'll put a clip up.
I'm gonna put a clip up of you doing that, and I'm gonna put it on repeat. Just play.
I'm gonna hate you. I'm gonna hate you so much if you do that.
All right, so I want to get a little more personal. On Twitter, I saw you talk a lot about mental health. Is there a particular reason why you talk a lot about mental health?
I think I'm personally quite open about mine, and I have suffered from different issues within mental health and seeing family members and friends go through it firsthand. And I just think, especially with social media and how it's impacted this, it's all just from personal experience. I think I've seen how it's impacted myself. I see how it impacts other people my age, and I have a lot of friends who typically, you know, are in minorities and like don't have an easy start anyway. And I think for me, I just want everyone to be open and know that it's a topic that I will always talk about if they need friends or like just someone to, you know, be there when in their time of need. And I think having a platform where you can openly share that is just really important, even as like an artist.
Yeah, that's awesome. 'Cause, I mean, I've suffered from panic attacks or panic disorder, you know, depression and anxiety. So something like that, it's just very impactful and awesome. You know, not everyone is open. Not everyone is willing to talk about mental health. Everyone's scared.
Yeah,
Everyone, you know,
yeah,
especially men.
There's a
I,
stigma,
I was
huge stigma.
I was just gonna say like I have a lot of like I've heard like friends be like, oh well, I don't think it's real because I've never had it. And I was just like, what? That's like saying I don't think like catching a cold is real because I've never had a cold. Like it just doesn't make sense. And so, and a lot of these are like boys who I've just been like, you know, are you okay? Or like, if you want a hug, I'll, you know, if you want to cry, please, like, and let me know. And like, throughout COVID and stuff, I really checked on a lot of my male friends who are just, I wouldn't say more isolated, but certain things are just, you know, not always brought up in conversation
More
for
susceptible to that. Yeah.
so I think just someone checking in every now and again was just what I wanted to do. So
That's awesome. So how has COVID impacted you, mental health and music wise?
um I think it's been difficult because for me, I really enjoy routine and like you know, going to uni and like working and being on stage and like knowing this day is for this and whatever. It's been difficult because I literally study from my bedroom, I sing in my bedroom, I you know, have recorded stuff in my room, and like I've only just got to a studio. So it's been difficult. I think it's made me because I tend to get like quite manic, and it's like a depression thing, and I think being trapped, like I said, we only have this 5 mile radius thing, and like I have friends who live outside of that, so I can't just go and see my friend for like a walk. It's quite difficult, but now stuff's back open and the sun's coming out, I feel a lot better. And I think music wise, it's hard to write from like emotional and true experiences when you've been sat on your bed for half a year, just if that makes
Yeah,
sense. Like
yeah.
you're not going through, obviously you are going through stuff, but it's not like meeting new people or like
Falling
anything
in
like
love and losing love, and
yeah,
you
everything
know.
like that. It's difficult, yeah. So it's been nice. I've been writing a bit more at the minute because I think I'm having more experiences again. So it's been nice at the minute, but it was difficult, obviously, at the beginning and like throughout.
All right. I have a question for you. How long does it typically take you, like when you're feeling it, when you're vibing hard with it? How long does it usually take you to actually write a song that you're gonna put out?
Um, well, like I said, I'll just sit and I'll know within like the first 10 seconds of listening to like an instrumental if it's the kind of vibe that I'm going for. But I think for me, I always have to come back to stuff. I have to go right. That's it. If I add any more, I'll ruin it, or I just have to leave it. I have to sleep on it. And so for me, I can write like a good a hook or a chorus. Um, if I wanted to, I could write 10 songs of like a day, but I really want like
Quality.
quality. I've done
Quality
that.
over quantity.
Yeah, 100%. I've done that whole like, oh, I'll have loads, and then I've got, you know, loads on
Okay.
hand, but I just find myself not going to them because I'm like, they're just not they're not the best of what I can do. And so I think for me, a good song, for me, it will take about a week, anything from a week to like 2 weeks to really fine tune and not just like.
That's a good amount of time. Like that's not bad at all.
I think, like I said, I could write. You know, if I was being paid to write 10 songs a day, I could write them, but I would rather put the effort and different. I think as well, because if I write in one mood, and then you know, whereas I could write in like 3 different moods, and I think that changes a song completely because it can change the whole meaning behind everything. So,
mm-hmm.
So it's quite
definitely.
Nice.
So where do you usually start? Is it like the hook or the verse when it comes to your lyrics?
Normally, like the hook. If I hear like something that it's just like in the back of my head before it's even translated into words yet, if I feel that, then I'll start. Once I've got like an idea for the hook, I'll start straight on the first one.
Okay. Do you have any other special talents, or do you have like hobbies that you do outside of music?
It's weird because like I've only in the past couple of years not like stopped saying music is my hobby and sing, because I've always done it as like everything. Then
it's your passion, obviously.
Once I started getting like paid, I was like, oh, it's not a hobby anymore. So I never know how to answer this question. I like TikTok is like one of my hobbies, and that sounds really bad, but like
back to freaking TikTok.
I don't know. At the minute, it's kind of different. I love different visual art concepts and stuff. So I really like drag and stuff. So that's like something I'm looking forward to going to see. It's like a drag show when we can actually go and do stuff and just be with my friends and just laugh. And I'm excited.
Drag shows, Mario. You ever been to a drag show?
Yeah, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay, I have too.
They host them in Imperial or my hometown. They do a lot of. So I volunteer a lot for nonprofits, and I volunteer for the Imperial Valley, which is my hometown. Their LGBTQ community. So I do a lot of the graphic design stuff when they need it, and yeah, they do drag shows. They're pretty fun. They're really fun, actually. Yeah.
Definitely. I bet they're probably a bit more. You have more of a variety over in America and stuff, because here they're more like it'll be like a drag. It'll be like a week. It'll be like the show of like the thing. Whereas I know you can do like drag brunch and stuff in like London and bigger cities like that, which sounds really fun. So,
you know what I really want to go to though? And I was just watching the movie yesterday, is a burlesque show.
Oh, burlesque! Yeah, I love that.
Oh my god, like that would be a dream. And they were hosting them right before COVID, and I swear I was about to book and buy a ticket, and COVID hit, and I didn't go. They're hosting in downtown San Diego. It looks so fun.
Same with Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's always fun if you've never gone.
Rocky Horror, oh my god. Rocky Horror is like one of my favorites. I want to dress up as Magenta like every time. I only got you could like dress up because like some of them were a bit funny about it, and I just remember it was like just an amateur dramatic version or something, and like it was awful, and it was like all these old like dads and stuff would come with like their families dressed up, and it was such a good time. So I really want to get out and do stuff like that. Yeah, I like theatre and stuff, so to go watch some shows would be amazing.
Besides shows, what's your favorite like movie?
Well, I really like horrors. I'm like a horror person.
I knew it. I knew it.
That's like said every girl ever. I like horror flicks.
But I think like the one movie that I have like a sick day movie which I probably love is Hairspray.
Okay. Which one? The old one or the new one?
The new one. The one with Zac Efron.
Of course, Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. No, I just that's like what I've always just kind of watched when I was like had a day off school or something like that. It's my go-to.
Well, what's yours, Mario? Huh?
My favorite movie?
Yeah, your favorite movie.
A
Is
Night at
it
the Roxbury, 100%.
Night?
100%.
Yeah.
You're probably too young. You're probably way too young.
Oh my
It's
god.
late late 90s. I think Will Ferrell.
Yeah,
One of
Will
Will Ferrell's
Ferrell.
like early movies. He was like super young. You could see
Okay.
it in his face. It's like, smooth, not like the wrinkles and that he has now. It was like right. I would say maybe like 5 years before Elf came out. Elf came out
I
in
feel like
2001.
that character is Will Ferrell's actual identity.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
You need to watch. This is like they do a lot of like dance music
Okay.
because they're clubbing. They're trying to go clubbing. So the main plot of this movie is they're trying to get into the Roxbury, which is the biggest club in LA. But
Basically, me and Mario.
they're like they're like the stupidest characters. They're sweethearts. They're always trying to pick up girls, which they can't because they're like not attractive. They're not attractive and they're not smart. It's just, you need to watch it. It's funny.
Yeah, I definitely will. It's on my recommendation list.
But that's
Sure.
anyways, where do you see yourself in, I would say, 5 years?
5 years.
Or where would you like to be in 5 years? Better question.
Well, this year for me, I'm really focused on it's always like what's next and what's kind of leveling up. So I think I have like checklists. Like this year, I want to play a festival stage. I don't care how big, how small, but I think in 5 years, I'd love to, because I do this on top of education, and in 5 years, obviously, I'll be out of education. So I really want to be able to perform and live off that and not have to kind of have a side hustle to pay for studio hours and stuff like that. I mean, I don't mind doing it because it's what I've always known, but I think I'd like to be focused on recording. I want to be, my biggest dream is to be like on tour, like on a stage, like that would just fulfill everything, I think.
Do you have a venue? Like, this would be life if I could just play here. What is that place for you?
I think it's probably just more local, if more than anything. So for me in Birmingham, there's like the O2 Academy, like the O2 Institute, and I saw Doja Cat perform there 2 years ago, and it was such an intimate venue. But I remember thinking like, oh my god, this is like one of my idols, and it was like a tiny venue. So I just think if I could perform somewhere like that for someone like me in my like little city, I think that'd be amazing.
Do you know how Doja Cat got famous?
Yeah, I've been with her since like
Since her YouTube videos.
Yeah. I love her. She's my I don't know if you can see. She's my home screen.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So
yeah.
I my next question was gonna be, who would you like to collaborate with? But I think I already know the answer.
There's so many people like I've just really got into like, I think Giveon, is that the right pronunciation? He's like really R&B. He's absolutely amazing. Yeah, like Janae, SZA, Frank Ocean, anyone like.
Oh, Frank Ocean.
Doja Cat would be a dream. That'd be like I couldn't pinch myself to make myself up if I did that. But yeah, I think I really want to have some more collaborations this year because I just would like to get out and try different kind of, not genres, but more of a balanced R&B type of thing, because I think I'm swaying a bit too much pop when I want to get more R&B.
I want to hear your voice in harmony with like another voice.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to give. I would love a collaboration with.
Like, you ever listen to the song called Lucky from Jason Mraz?
Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, something like that.
That time in high school, yeah.
Yeah, something like that song. That'd be cool.
I'll work on that for you. I'll do it.
All right. So what advice would you give to somebody trying to learn how to sing and wants to, I guess, better their tone?
I think record yourself, because a lot of the time, like just with your phone or something like that, if you don't want to actually go and have a one-to-one vocal session with somebody yet, and watch, for me it's watching your mouth and controlling what you do, because a lot of the times things are made harder by pronunciation or like strain, and I think for me, just technically wise, and tone, like it can be as simple as just lowering your volume, or like a change in the way you say a word. So yeah, if you like have a visual thing and you can watch yourself and really study how to change and stuff, if that makes sense.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
Well, Mario, did you have anything else?
Yeah, I need to know. You said you're working on a new EP.
Yes.
So tell us all about it, as much as
Okay.
you can tell, because I mean,
Okay.
I'm sure you
So
don't want to spill the beans.
it's going to be a 4-track EP, and it's going to have my recent single "It Is What It Is" on it, and then I'm actually going to release another single soon, called "Obsessed," which will be the second track on it. And then going back to what you said before, I started like writing more emotionally, and like have like putting actual experiences into songs. I think the other two which are going on there are more personal, definitely, and it's kind of like, they're not songs you could cry to. They're more definitely, I always like to keep a theme of like empowerment within my songs, but these other two, because It Is What It Is and Obsessed, are quite upbeat and you know, enjoyable in that sense, whereas these are definitely more like you feel it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Without going too into like what they're about and stuff, but definitely it's kind of, I've tried to give a mix of everything within the 4 tracks.
So Obsessed, when is that coming out?
Because of like restrictions and stuff, I don't actually know. I'm aiming it to be May.
Okay.
May. I'm putting all
It's
my
gonna
energy
be May.
stuff towards May. Yeah, because my EP will be called July 98, and I'm aiming for July, so hopefully that will be all on track if we don't have any more restrictions COVID wise.
July 98. So you were born in July?
98,
Okay.
yeah.
I got that. 22. My calculations are like, my brain, you see the numbers everywhere.
Even though it's my birthday month, it's just my favorite. Like,
Would that make your zodiac a Cancer?
it is, yeah. That's why I said I was like super sensitive.
I'm just gonna say this. August is better. Leos are
I
better.
goes. My mum's a Leo. Yeah,
Of course,
My mom's
she's
a
better.
Cancer.
I'm just saying.
What are you, Jake? What are you?
Yeah.
What are you, Jake?
Last time.
I'm a Capricorn.
A Capricorn.
Look at
I'm a
his arm.
Capricorn.
Look at his arm.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the Coco Pelli thing? Yeah. The only time I ever show my tattoo. My buddy drew like little legs and an arm on it, and it looked like he was playing an instrument.
Amazing.
Well, that's pretty much all I have. I do want to give you the chance to tell, your fans, or people that listen to us, a little bit more about you, and maybe why they should listen to you.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I have, it's in my Instagram bio. My description of my music is like ever changing, and I really, that's not trying to keep up with current music or anything. It's just I want to constantly be evolving and have different audiences and different things like that, because obviously I'm an independent artist. I'm up and coming. I don't have a massive huge fan following yet, and so I think for me being diverse is really important, and I think I just want to create something where everyone can kind of be like, yeah, that's on the playlist, or that reminds me of this, or yeah, I'll dance to this, or oh, that's
Sunday.
That's what I mean. I love to
that's
do
already on my Spotify.
I love to do that last at gigs, because it sticks in everyone's head. Like, the hook is obviously quite catchy, and so like I said, I just want to have something for everyone.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's super fantastic.
It's been so much fun.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the show. Definitely, if you ever need anything, we're here here to help.
Go.
But
all right, well, that was an absolute pleasure to have her on the show. She's a very talented singer. I love her singing style, especially that song Sunday and all the other collaborations she had. I definitely think she has potential, and like I told you earlier, she should definitely keep going at that. This is her calling.
Yeah, she's great. The Sunday, it was just felt like I would hear that on a radio. It's a great song, and she's working on more. It Is What It Is a great song too, but I'm kind of excited for Obsessed because honestly, every song that has that title I love because I have like 10 songs that are called Obsessed. Yeah, so there's always a possibility. But man, she's great. Check her out. She mentioned all the social media platforms she's on, and we're posting her username on the video and on Spotify or whatever streaming platform you listen to.
Definitely. Well, from Mario and I, thank you guys so very much for tuning in. And until next time, submit any recommendations that you might have for us, who you're listening to, who you'd like us to see an interview. And don't forget to go to our merch and go to our website and check out our merch.
Go to our merch.
Yeah, go to our merch. Get it.
All right. We love you guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week.